Good morning and welcome to Coffee and Cards for New Year's Eve, December 31st, 2020. If you're like me, you cannot wait to kick 2020 to the curb. With that, I'm going to do something a little different today. Instead of starting with the Santa Muerte Tarot, I am starting with the Numerology guidance cards. And what's been drawn today is 81 for leadership. And this is indicating a time to lead and guide others less capable than you are. This can apply to workplace, community, family, friends. It is New Year's Eve. This is card 81, which resonates to a 9, which means action. If you go out celebrating tonight, be really vigilant and careful and take that leadership role and make sure that everyone gets home okay. Have confidence in your ability to motivate anyone that you may come across with. Rise up to your game. You have unique talents. You can lovingly lead others. I knew there was a reason I started with this today, and I feel like some of us are genuinely going to have to practice leadership today. And next up for the Santa Muerte Tarot, we have drawn the Nine of Cups. And this is usually satisfaction, but we're just not, fully content. We don't have that 10th cup. We're stable, even though you can see in the picture that it's kicking up some waves. We are generally happy. We are just trudging through and waiting on that 10th cup. And the message from the dead today is to follow with full sails and without fear. We've reached a victory, but it's not yet a moment to stop and dock. So once we get that 10th cup, we are going to pull that ship into dock and live life to the fullest. This is the second 9 in a row that we've drawn today. So we're on to something. And up next from the Beautiful Creatures Tarot, we have drawn the 10 of Pentacles. And this is our legacy. 10 is the end of a cycle. We have culminated everything that we need. 10 also resounds to a 1 for a new beginning. So as we're kicking out 2020 and ushering in 2021, we are giving ourselves a new beginning. But this card generally represents a state of being physically or financially secure. We have made good investments and we've prioritized our time. We have everything we care for. Our health regarding family is good. We may possibly, for some of us, see some type of inheritance or windfall. We need to bond with our family members, and that's a lot where the legacy comes in. This is a great message because we have a lot of abundance to look forward to, and definitely to spend time with the younger ones in our family because that's the legacy that we leave behind. And the message being delivered today from the Alice in Wonderland Oracle is in reverse, but I'm going to flip it around for us. And it is the Mortality card. That life is bright, beautiful, and ours to live. When this card comes in a reading, it's not a message about death that we or anyone are about to pass. It's just a reminder of the fragility of our existence. And it's urging us to take this life and make it beautiful and meaningful. And with this deck, it's all about making everything an adventure, just as Alice in Wonderland did. Many of us live this life as a burden, and we await, what's next, heaven, the next life, whatever we choose to believe. We instead sometimes also live as if we're going to live this life forever. And that's really where mortality comes in. The total reverse meaning of this is that we're wasting time, procrastinating, or stagnating, believing that, this life is more of a curse and a burden to be carried. Denial of, death's presence ultimately. And, this really goes back to the first card that was drawn for the leadership. Again, I really want to stress it's New Year's Eve. People are going to be partying, and, there's a lot of crashes or alcohol or drug related deaths on a holiday such as this one. So be vigilant and take that leadership role if you need to. And next up from the Shapeshifters Oracle, we have 25, which resonates to a 7 for us. The Mermaid and the Turtle. And it says that an elder will teach us. In order for us to grow, which is, growth and change are inevitable and constantly happening. So even when we feel stuck, we know that behind the scenes, things are working. We have to experience transitions. We will be fully alive, and then we die again and again, and, death and reborn, kind of like the death card in the tarot. And while we have rituals for birthdays and holidays, all of that comes with lessons. And, think about when we transition to adulthood and things like that. The greatest lessons usually come from someone older and wiser. And what it takes is us being receptive. So listen, this person is passing on invaluable information. This is also an urging, the best advice usually comes from somebody who knows you well, someone within your family, parents, grandparents, things like that. So especially with the holidays, this is a time to spend with family. And the message from the Enchanted Map today, 36. This resonates to a 9. This is the third time today, so 9 is definitely our number today when we're looking for signs and synchronicities. This is the card of commitment. And a true commitment is a responsibility of our heart, mind, body, and soul. New Year's resolutions is a commitment. This is a good time to make one if you normally don't. Partnerships formed around this time are usually harmonious and powerful. Especially we're just coming off of the full moon. This indicates natural cycling of relationships. At the very least, you can expect a promise or some kind of fulfillment. That again relates to the Ten of Pentacles that the beautiful creatures delivered to us. We, however, must be conscious of what we commit to. Think about this if you're going to sign any type of contract soon as well. Be clear about the nature of your commitment and then acknowledge the responsibility that is attached to it. For external forces, others may be more willing to enter into partnerships at this time. Remember first and foremost that your partnership is with the universe, spirit, the divine, because that is the highest version of yourself. short and sweet on this one today. The Inner Goddess Oracle. I really wasn't going to run this, but some of us may be really feeling ourselves today as we're going to go out and celebrate. So, drew number 15, be your own hero. Don't expect someone to save you. That, it's all within us to do for us. We don't truly need anyone else. And we gain a sense of accomplishment when we do things on our own. And lastly for today in this reading is the Blind Spot Oracle. I really wasn't feeling this today, and it's solely because this deck's been really getting in my blind spot and hitting me my ass lately. But I felt compelled to do it. I'm going to turn this over. That's card number 11. 11 is a master number. And this is the card of free will. I really don't feel like reading the book today. I think right now, with it being New Year's Eve, we need to realize that not only ourselves, but everyone that we come in contact with has their own free will. Think about it if you have to take some type of leadership role. People aren't always going to do what you want them to do, because they can make their own choice. And at the end of the day, all of us ultimately live with our own decisions. Yes, we can step in, try to be helpful, try to, even if we know something is best for someone, or even ourselves, we can be our own worst enemy. People are ultimately going to do what they choose. So really keep that, bring that out of that blind spot and realize that you cannot control every single situation in this life. I think since it's New Year's Eve, I'm going to do a love reading, so you can check out that video on the channel if you wish. I wish you all the happiness in kicking 2020 to the curb and ushering in 2021 with hope. Till next time.